Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, you may be asking me, what the fuck's going on with this? Excuse my language, sorry. I feel like I'll probably take this off and just leave the moustache, but I will make that decision in good time. Not today. Well, actually, maybe today, but I've got videos to make first. And this video is going to discuss having quit social media for 30 days. It's been 30 days in total that I've quit social media, and I've never felt better. Not only have I quit social media, I coupled that with quitting online pornography, quitting pornography, which has been a real success as well. And as well as that, there's no mindless scrolling on my phone, so my neck, for one thing, is thanking me, because like going like this all day or lying on my bed, my neck was, it didn't really feel that bad yet, but I can only assume another 10 years of scrolling my phone constantly would probably turn me into the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I didn't want that. Who wants that? But either way, I'm sitting here before you 30 days off of social media, and I just wanted to discuss a few points because it is okay to talk, as we know. Now, the first thing I wrote is that I am noticeably happier, and it took me a while to realize that. It took me a while to start noticing it. For the first couple of weeks that I quit social media, I was still smoking weed, so my ability to feel natural dopamine was nil. I cut that out, and then I was sick for the next week and a half, and so I was feeling pretty shit. I wasn't waking up fresh. I was still looking for external dopamine because I just wasn't feeling good. But now I'm starting to feel better. I wouldn't say I'm out of the woods yet as far as my sickness is concerned, but I'm feeling a fuckload better than I was. And what that means is that I can wake up now kind of feeling fresh and feeling good and noticing genuinely that I am feeling happier. And that is all I ever wanted. Right, we've covered that. Taking social media out, I don't think I'm missing anything, to be honest. The fear of missing out is real, but I've gotten over that. And I just got to, I've really not, in previous attempts at doing this, I have felt that fear of missing out quite a lot. But this time, I just got myself to the point where I knew that it just was not doing me any good. And I was just putting so much of my energy and my time and my effort into other people's lives. I wasn't even commenting. It was not making me feel positive whatsoever. And I was just wasting my life and wasting my energy. And as humans, we've only got so much life and we've only got so much energy. And I was fucking done with using it in that way. And so on that day that I decided to quit, and not only quit social media, but quit pornography as well, I coupled them together, and it's helped. Both sides of that have sort of helped, because I was using the same device to access both. And it was that day that I decided to cut them out, and ever since then, I have never felt more convinced, I've never felt more, I've never felt more convinced that that was the right thing to do. And when you're convinced on something, nothing can change your mind, nothing can make you waver from that. And it took me years and years, obviously, to get that conviction, to get that, to have that convincing. And it took my self-esteem to just fucking hit rock bottom for me to finally realize that social media simply wasn't bringing me anything. It wasn't giving me anything. And so it hasn't really been that difficult But there'd be a hell of a lot of people out there that wouldn't be feeling like that. You'd be feeling like you're okay and you're quite happy in life and you're succeeding and you're achieving things, and social media is only bringing you positivity, and that is okay. But simply, that wasn't the way that it was making me feel. So social media is not the enemy, but for me, it became the enemy. And so something had to give, and I gave it up. Now, I still have Facebook Messenger, and I still have YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio I use to upload and to edit my YouTube descriptions and thumbnails and that type of thing. Facebook Messenger I use to message family and friends. But apart from that, the only apps that I use currently would be Spotify, KO Sports, which is like an online sports subscription, and my mindfulness apps, which I'm using to track my sobriety from all these different things. I would say that my screen time has drastically reduced, but the amount of times that I'm unlocking my phone has stayed the same. And what that says to me is that addiction to anytime I get some downtime or I finish something or, whatever, I'm still unlocking my phone. I'm still, doing the act of that addictive act of unlocking my phone, but I'm realizing pretty damn soon, once I've unlocked it, that all I've got to watch or to use are these, 5 or 6 apps that I'm using, and I don't want to use them all day, and they're not apps that you can just scroll mindlessly, and so I end up locking my phone again, and I move on, and I, continue on with my life. And so that's an interesting one, and I will still, I'll continue to monitor that, and I'll continue to report back. But as far as my screen time, drastically reduced, because I found myself I've mentioned this in previous videos, I was using YouTube for like 6 to 8 hours a day, Facebook for like 2 hours a day, Instagram for like 2 hours a day. Do the maths. Do the maths, folks. Something had to change. And I know that I'm not the only one that does that. And to be honest, the only reason why I could do that is because I was unemployed for a long time, and look, I'm employed again. There are downtime. There are times where I have downtime at work, and it's in those times that I am slightly tempted, because to me, scrolling mindlessly, what it did was cure boredom, or at least I thought it did, and it passed time. And now I have periods of time that I need to pass, or I want to pass, but I've just got to do it in other ways. And I'm not going to say that I've really had any revelations around that, but I think the risk of getting social media again and feeling like I'd let myself down, I never want to feel that again. That's the thing. I never want to fucking feel like I've let myself down again. And as long as I stay on this trajectory that I'm on, I know I never will. It's simple. Or at least it seems simple. Either way, what's next? I would like to share a photo or two every now and then. Not that I take many, but I'm spending some quality time with my kids at the moment, and I'd love to share some photos, but I'm not willing to download Instagram again or Facebook. And I think, maybe in time, maybe I'll feel more comfortable about where I'm at in my life, and I'll feel comfortable enough and I'll feel confident enough in my ability to just post a photo and then move on. But then, you're posting photos, and I say I want to post the photo, but an underlying factor to that is that you want the feedback, you want the likes, you're posting for likes. And I don't think I'll ever be able to get to the point where I can just post a photo and not care whatsoever about the feedback. I just think we are, as a race at the moment, human race, just so, that's where we get that dopamine, right? That that external dopamine is from those notifications, it's from those likes, it's from that feedback, and I just felt wrong about posting photos. I felt like it was really wrong. And so what I found myself doing for the year prior to quitting it is like I wasn't even posting. I wasn't doing anything. All I was doing, I wasn't contributing to it. All I was doing was consuming. And it just led me down a path where social media just made me feel like absolute shit. And so, you know, maybe one day I'll get back on and I'll post a few photos and then I might delete it again. Who knows? But at the moment, I'm just not ready, and I'm just not willing. It's not conducive to this positive trajectory that I'm trying to get my life on at the moment. So that's okay. That's okay. And maybe maybe not only photos, maybe I can actually start sharing what I've learned over this period of time, taking these things out of my life and sort of changing the way that I see things. But I'm not ready to do that either, because I'm learning. I'm learning every single day, and so yeah, we'll see. But for the meantime, it's just not going to happen. The last thing I will say is that I love YouTube. You know what I mean? I tell myself that I don't, but I do love it. I love being a creator. But unfortunately, what happened was I wasn't creating anymore. I was just consuming. You know, like I said, on social media apps as well as YouTube, I was just consuming, and that would, you know, take that precious time and energy away from what I really wanted to do, which was create. And so now, I am creating. You know, I have that ability to create videos such as this and put them on YouTube, and I'm not watching any YouTube, but I am creating, and I feel okay with that. But the temptation can be there, and I will say that I've logged into my computer a couple of times, and on the odd occasion I'll type in YouTube, and I'll be meaning to go to YouTube Studio to do some back-end stuff. But instead of that, it takes me to the YouTube homepage, and then I get flooded with all these thumbnails, and I might see something that triggers me, you know, something that I'd always click on before. But, you know, at the same time, I have had a little look at what content's out there, and you know, who's been posting what from my subscription feed, and I feel let down. You know, there's a hell of a lot of shit out there, and people are just doing the same old thing, and I'm well and truly okay with not watching any YouTube content at the moment, as tempted as I may be at times. What I've come to realize is that there's certain YouTube channels that I would click on every single time and that I'd really enjoy, and those videos would be few and far between. What fills the gaps is all of the other shit, and that would just cloud my mind, and I'd end up clicking on a few things, and I'd waste all that time and energy. And so what I've come to realize is that I enjoy, and this is the type of content that I enjoyed on YouTube, but I can actually find it elsewhere. I don't have to go on YouTube to find this content. But I think I'm done. I think I'm honestly done with social media, and I'm okay with that. You know? I'm not off grid by any means. You know what I mean? I'm still connected, but I'm not connected to all of the fucking bullshit out there, and that makes me feel good. So, that brings me to the end of another video. It's my third for the day. I'm feeling pretty fatigued. I've talked for like an hour straight, and I've done 6 hours of taking phone calls at work, my casual job. Today's Sunday, and yeah, one thing that I used to do whilst sitting up there taking calls was have YouTube videos going in the background. But what they've actually done at that job is they've drastically reduced the amount of staff, which means that when I do log on and when I am working, taking calls, there's actually no opportunity to even watch anything or consume any content, because it's just call after call after call. And Old me would have got really frustrated with that because I'd be wanting to watch these YouTube videos, but I'd fucking have to keep pausing it and I wouldn't have time to do it. New me doesn't really give a shit. And I actually take the positive out of that, which is call after call after call means that you don't watch the clock as much and the time goes quicker. And it might fatigue me, and I'm feeling fucking tired right now, but I'm looking for the positives out of things. And the positive, honestly, the first positive that just came to my mind as far as feeling tired is that I will sleep that much better tonight. And my friends, when we start seeing the positives in things rather than the negatives, life changes. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I mean, sounds pretty good. Either way, that's enough from me. I've really enjoyed this last 30 days. Like, it's been an experience. My life has changed in many, many ways. And I'm feeling more grateful for things. And I think gratitude. What the fuck? That didn't sound right for a reason. Gratitude is a superpower, and I am harnessing it, slowly but surely. People talk all sorts about gratitude. It's thrown around a lot, and I think I'm going to begin throwing it around a bit as well, because when you do genuinely start to feel it, you want to share it and you want to talk about it, because it changes the way you live your life. It changes everything. So, once again, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. This video will be broadcast on the channel in I'd say 30 days or so. I've got about 35 videos in the bank, and I'm going to be releasing one per day. So I will see you guys around about Christmas time, I would say, being that it's the 19th of November. And yeah, I think, I'm thinking this video will probably come out around about Christmas, New Year's, and we'll see. We'll see how many subscribers I've got by then. I've got 388 as of today. Can we get to 1,000 by Christmas? Only time will tell. But I know one thing. Having been a creator on YouTube for many, many years, you've got to be consistent. Consistency is the only way you're going to grow. And I've created so many videos over the last 30 days that I'm at least going to be consistent for the next 40, 50, 60 days. And so I can't wait. I can't wait to see the fruits of my labor, you know what I mean? That's what it is. These videos, not only does sticking to what you're saying you're going to do take effort, but creating the videos takes effort as well. And hopefully I do see some return on that. As far as subscriber growth, because I want these videos to get out to as many people as possible. These are addictions, the ones that I'm dealing with, that many people do, and many people may not even realize that they're addicted, but I certainly did. I do have that ability to look inside and be reflective and be honest with myself. As much as I don't want to be, sometimes you've just got to be. And it took me to be really, really honest with myself to begin this channel and begin changing my life for the better. So, 30 days with no social media. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.